bone pin that fastens her hair, the flint scraper in front of her mouth, almost in it, her voice, her head to the north of west, torso curved back and head raised, so as to face the same direction. Her voice a blade, her right hand touching her thigh, her left hand at her diaphragm, doubled under at the wrist. Her pain, her left foot amputated at the instep, and 2 worked flints placed where the missing bones ought to have been, a double-edged knife, very sharp, and a splinter. Prostrate she stands, and dead she dances, and her singing is a blade, cutting flesh from bone at the cone of love where time stays a while. To become a foreign object in the God's eye, death injected into day, into the fields of life, the very houses. This tumulus evidently raised over a pit dwelling. To become an alien object in a memory of effect, a cylindrical or drum-shaped mass of black matter and burnt wood, containing an inverted urn with the calcined bones of a youth in the middle of the room. And this erases the house, closes the credit, the machine eats the card. The dry leaves that rustle in the night, the rivers that slide away. Because life is elsewhere. Black hole that cancels the heart and holds the earth. At the west end, the apparently dismembered bones of 2 youths, one skull base up, the other base down, both jawbones separated and placed 1 foot away from each skull. Carriage wheeled into a melodic crown on the central back, the limbs riddled with separation spin onto an untouchable point, as if there were an answer to wait this scream. Fragments of 1 vase placed in 2 heaps 1 foot apart, with, when reassembled, 1 fragment missing. The accuracy of these artists terrifies me. 2 bodies buried one under the other very close together. Both male, the lower about 15. Brachycephalic, top of body to south facing east. The head, minus lower jaw, neck and right scapula had been severed and placed near the pelvis. Thus, under the shoulders of the upper interment, almost touching the food vessel behind his head. And the older man, dolichocephalic, head to northeast facing northwest, the departing elder, the star farmer, who tuned the whole horizon to the pitch of a pre-city, across the long stones transgressing the calendar. The miniaturist lies broken in his shadow, a diagonal slice, a small song or Irish joke out of philosophy's mazes, his future secure, which was never what they intended. Surely they meant to pass on a work. And some third term, probably female, barely remembered, reaches out from westward. 1 vulna, 1 humerus, 1 radius, and 1 or 2 other fragments of a small dismembered body, to reclaim the flesh after sunset as the stones fall. A small pattern, a brooch, or perfect guidance to the perplexed, his/her work. And speech cancelled into music.